Pink with blue.
Hi, everybody. We got some examples for you today. I got Craig here beside me, too. We are ready for a broadcast for you. We're taking your questions. Craig's going to be manning the questions and the answers, and we got some feedback here. Hey, at least we know it's coming through loud and clear. But yeah, let us know what your questions are in the comment section, where you're watching from, and we'll continue to get the conversation going. But let me show you a few models here. We're going to get through that, and then we got an example. But the number one thing we want you to know before going in, because so many people are confused as to what is sleet versus freezing rain, because those are pretty much the only two precipitation types that we're going to get. We'll let a few of you join on here, and we'll show it again here in a minute. But you've got some examples here.
You've talked about it. So we actually got this in. This would be an example of sleet.
Look at that. Donut right there. Krispy Kreme in the house here at WYFF4.
So because it's sleet, it's got sprinkles, and the sprinkles stay on the surface as a projectile.
Yeah.
That's, going to stick.
Yeah. And it's a solid. It falls as a solid. It lands. If you're out there, it's going to ping. So sleet
delicious.
pings. That's very delicious. That looks good. What Caleb called it, the Homer Simpson donut.
Yeah, right.
Right. Here's the other. There's freezing rain.
This is your freezing rain because you see how shiny it is. It's just rained and then frozen on top of it.
You talking about my head, or are you talking about the donut?
Somebody mentioned that actually.
In the comments section?
There's a glare warning.
Oh man, no, seriously. But yeah, the rain comes down. It looks like it's raining, but it sticks and it kind of coats everything. So good examples. Hold them both up for us so we can see the difference. So
right?
if you can do, it's kind of.
All right. By this point, I've touched them.
Yeah.
All right. So you got your sleet and your freezing rain.
So yeah, coats. I hope that makes sense. So sleet's what we get first, probably 5 or 6 hours. Then it's the whole rest of the way. So you coat that.
And then that's
then
going to be on top of
rain.
everything.
Hope
this
that
will
helps.
be on your windshields, on your sidewalks, everything.
And that weight is what is the problem here because, thank you, Craig. Yes, all right, we're going to man your questions. We've got Crystal from Greer. We got others watching from Greenwood. If you're watching us in the Carolinas and Georgia right now, there is a very high chance you are going to be running into some ice in the next 24 hours and a significant ice storm at that. Let me show you first QPF. So this is how much precipitation will fall from the atmosphere. How much do we have to work with? Well, the blend of all the models shows nearly 3 inches. Some areas of the northern part of the upstate actually get closer to 4 inches. So that is a lot of moisture to work with here, wrung out by the models here, or the mountains on these models. I want to show you here the 2005 ice storm, because this is kind of the standard at which people compare ice storms to. Just like Hugo was kind of the metric at which hurricanes were compared to. Whether right or wrong, it's just what everybody goes to in their mind. Well, is it bigger or worse, or is it less than Hugo? Now it's probably Helene, right? And we're so fresh with Helene, so I know that is on fresh on everybody's mind. But here's a look at the totals from the 2005 ice storm, and folks, we're talking about some significant totals. Let me blow that up a little bit. Hope that worked and stays in the screen. Does it? I hope so. There we go. Yeah, it actually is. Okay. Here we are. So northern Greenville County, 1 inch. Now I show you that because I'm about to show you the model. I'm going to flip back and forth here. Let me see if that'll actually work. Does it blow up both of them? No, good. We got some consistency. All right. Here it is. Okay. So look at this model from the European today. Do you see that notch right here across Greenville and Spartanburg County? That's the forecast for this week. Okay, and this is by far the best representative model that I've found that reflects kind of an average of all the models. Okay, so you look at Greenville County, you look at Spartanburg, you look at Northern Pickens and Oconee County. These areas are expected to see close to 1 inch. Now, going back to the '05 ice storm, do you see a similarity? Look at that notch right there. So southern Henderson, northern Greenville County. History repeats itself, and you teachers will appreciate that. History always has a way of coming back and repeating itself. And as we look at where the high totals were there, it's the terrain, it's the setup. Every storm's different in some degree, but we've been hit here before. Not to say Charlotte won't get hit or Greenwood or any other areas. They will. And what's different about this is there's going to be sleet. Remember the donut, right? There's going to be sleet that accumulates maybe 1 inch, maybe 2 inches of sleet, and then you get the ice on top of it. So that's going to be the concern here, is that northern Greenville County is going to have 1 inch. If we exceed 1 inch, we will have surpassed 2005's ice storm. And I don't know of a worse ice storm. Maybe 2002, but I think this would be one of the highest widespread ice events that we've ever had. Half an inch to an inch across the area was 2005, and these models are showing we could have more than